So now with this context, let me just jump back to the slides. Um, that's what I was basically saying, given the maturity of the conversational AI, the various technologies, so it's more like we have interfaces today, I mean, including like, the typical computers or the smartphones and all. We have an ability to, where the interfaces can very well understand the language we speak, both in voice and text. The language understanding models, the underlying, say for example, the one, which I just showed you, this runs on top of Microsoft Azure, right? So some of these, the underlying language understanding modules are extremely mature, right? And then of course, the approach we take is, you have an option to mature them continuously because it does, I mean, any machine learning model kind of evolves over a period of time. So it does have an ability to, continuously get retrained on data and then, mature. And of course, you have an ability to pull that information back and also, what do I really mean by, supporting actions and all? I just showed in a very quick period of time, so once you have an answer, can I use this to take action? Say for example, I may want to create an action item for someone who's responsible for a particular answer, the data point which I just have, right? So all these kind of, it's really helping us, rather, supporting us to have take a conversational approach, for business intelligence, right? And the another thing, which I really wanted to set the context again, I'm sure, many of you who've been through the data and the analytics industry, right? But the way it has matured, starting from the age-old mainframe computers to the reports, spreadsheets, each one of them, if you really go back and look at the last 30 years, it has gone through an evolution where while the technology has improved, where I have stopped right there at the mobile AI, I mean, the amount of time it takes for us to get access to information has also basically shrunk. Whatever used to take weeks, days, now, it is almost like today for every other information, we are just going to the popular search engine, asking Bing or Google, and then, so something similar, if that is what, we are using for our personal needs, why can't there be a similar, experience requirement, even for the enterprise data? So that's what we really mean by momentary information, right? And how do we achieve it? So that's, that's what I'm saying, it's like a tool like, or a platform like Kia, where you really have the ability to just ask this question in simple English, right? And the another thing, another metaphor I just want to quickly relate to is, it's just, as human beings, how do we even consume information? It's basically whenever we have a question, we just, whenever there is an information need, we ask a trusted resource, and then, we try to get the answer. And this kind of, goes on in a cycle till we have all the necessary information need, so it's like it goes in an iteration. Once we have it, all the information, whatever we need, we just kind of use it to take action. That's precisely the similar approach is what, we feel, which we could do, with a conversation. I mean, I just showed this example where if I'm really analyzing, say, the insurance claims data for a particular time period, I could look at basically, I mean, today I could be doing the same thing with a dashboard or a report, right? Slicing and dicing data, trying to get the answer. Rather, at the end of the day, hey, what am I really trying to look at? There is, if at all there is an issue, I'm just trying to get to the bottom of it by looking at the data at different dimensions and different perspectives. Those perspectives, we're just saying, why can't we just ask those as questions? One finally, when what we really end up with, oh wow, okay, this is what is really interesting. Let me do something about it, right? I think those interactions, which we really go take in a bunch of questions back and forth, it's more aligned with the conversational approach, right? I think that's precisely why we feel, a platform like this would really could be the way forward, in the BI world.